What's up, Pleekers, and welcome to the Pleeka Podcast. I'm Jerome,
And I'm Nick.
and we're finally doing an Arrow podcast. You went from not wanting to watch the show to doing a podcast about it.
Yeah, I don't know how I got roped into the podcast.
Yeah, you asked last night, like, are we still gonna do a podcast?
I guess, like, it gives me something to... You get into it more when you do a podcast.
Yeah, a
so-
little bit. So since I've already we watched the first 2 episodes, by the way. So
Yeah,
since-
do you have any idea what they're called?
The pilot, and I have the other one right up here. Honor Thy Father is the second episode.
All right, that
So
makes sense.
first we'll talk about the pilot. We'll try to do episode by episode.
Okay.
So the pilot, what was the story of the pilot? Like, you could even do like the flashbacks by itself and then go into the episode if you want.
Well, I guess the story is that he went on a boat with his dad and his
his girlfriend's sister,
girlfriend's sister,
who's a different actor.
but I don't know that yet, right?
No, I don't
So-
think you'll know that till season 2.
So they go out on a boat. Boat sinks. They get on a life raft.
Does it say why it sinks? I don't think so. It just starts because like the storm, but like
Yeah, they say it's the storm.
Okay.
So then, although wasn't I'm jumping ahead, but in the second episode, the mom.
Oh
died.
yeah, it was. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so the boat sinks. They get on a life raft with some dude, Ollie.
It was his.
Ollie and his dad.
It was Ollie, his dad, and his dad's friend, I believe.
Yeah. So his dad shoots the friend, shoots himself, tells him to go.
Well, first, yeah, he can't.
Well,
His ghost,
whatever.
Ollie,
No.
right my wrongs.
Yeah, he says it, he tells him to do good by him, and he gives him like a book
He
with
gives
a
him
list.
a book with a list of everybody and says, "Do right by me.
'Cause he-
I failed this city. Fix what I've done wrong. Basically, take everybody off this list."
So he would have like been on the list.
Yes,
Okay.
and
So he was like stealing and stuff from people and
yeah, and they'll kind of
doing crooked
they'll
deals.
get a lot more into
I didn't
that.
know. I didn't realize. Like I thought, like Arrow was about him like beating up bad guys. Really, he's like avenging like the city, kind of, and like He's almost like a Robin Hood.
Yeah.
At this point, anyways.
He's still kind of like that now, but like it changes, and you'll see why. I don't want to spoil for you.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, that's it. Then he comes home and starts talking to his family.
Talks to his sister, who annoys the fuck out of me.
Do you like his friend Tommy?
No,
You don't like his friend?
I don't like anyone else besides him, except the girlfriend that he's gonna get that he doesn't have yet. Laurel.
I almost called her Felicity. Laurel.
Laurel. I like her. I
Mhm.
no reason, and I like her dad for no
Oh
reason.
yeah, I really like her dad. Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters.
I'm almost to the point like where I'm like, okay, I want him to figure out who Arrow is, and it's only episode 2, so I know that's not gonna happen. But
yeah.
like,
well, there's a cool thing that comes up with something because at the end of the first episode, you were like, this is kind of one of those things like, oh, he's been gone for 5 years, and then when he comes back, now there's a vigilante in the town. And all
yeah,
this.
it didn't take a genius to figure out who it is.
But I told you there's a thing that comes up that like it fixes that. Like they totally talk about that and fix it.
oh, good.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool that you brought that up because like it'll make you happy when that happens.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like how we watch Flash, and there's a bad guy, and then there's also a new.
It's an all new character all of a sudden. You're like, oh, I wonder who the bad guy is.
Yeah,
Like there's
which it's
I
also
always forget his name. The dude from Harry Potter. He appears and all of a sudden he's alchemy like that.
yeah, and there's a new HR, and there's a bad guy. But anyways,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. So then some people tried to kidnap him.
Yeah. Who were hired by his mother to see if he had any information.
And he beats the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Breaks the one guy's neck.
Yeah.
And
Then tells the cops that Arrow saved him, which I thought
Yeah.
was weird.
yeah. You think he? I don't know. I mean, I guess
It's like he wanted
he kind of
publicity.
he kind of had to have an excuse of like, how did those guys get jumped? But he could have just said it was some random dude. He didn't have to say it was Arrow.
Right. Yeah. It was almost like he wanted to start the legend, kind of.
Yeah. Well-
And then he put on his suit, and I do think he needs a mask.
Yeah, which is cool because spoiler. I think
I
it
already
was
know
before,
that. Yeah.
Flash gives him the mask.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But Flash. He says that to Flash one of the episodes. He's like, "Hey, you told me I needed a mask."
Oh, that's true. He says it in the
Yeah.
pilot Flash. So which pilot do you like better? Do you like Flash's pilot better or Arrow's pilot better? Or even Legends, because you saw that and Supergirl. Out of all the pilots, which one do you like better?
Definitely wasn't Legends or Supergirl. I think Flash, but I like Flash better.
Yeah, I think out of all the shows, I think Flash has the best pilot. Because even like they've even said this on the commentaries, like even like later on in Arrow, they said it's weird because like in all the other shows, like Flash is still Flash to this day what it was in the beginning. Like, even if they add Earth 2 and shit, it's still Flash. Like,
Mhm.
Arrow's changed so much. Like, all the other shows are kind of different than what they were in their pilot.
Well, the only thing that is kind of cool about Arrow is that all I've heard is how crappy it is in the first season, and I watched the first 2 episodes and I thought they were okay. So that's
well,
a
like,
good,
watching
that's a good.
watching him now, I really like him.
Oh, really?
But like, but I think when I started watching, it was kind of around the time, like in the time period where you were like, "Hey, watch this Batman movie," and I was like, "I don't want to watch that." And then
Jesus,
and then I heard how great Flash was, and I watched Flash, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." And then I watched Arrow on Flash, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I should give Arrow a second chance." And then that's what I did. Kind of like when you saw Flash on Supergirl, and you're like, "Oh, I want to watch that."
Yeah, because
I
like
saw
Flash.
Arrow on Flash, and I was like, "Oh, he actually is a pretty cool guy. I want to see
Yeah.
more of him." And then I watched the entire series of Arrow.
And then you became crazy.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Like I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
I heard
you becoming crazy.
I heard Doctor Who's good. Let me give that a try." I watched 7 seasons in like 3 days.
Jesus, you did not.
Because I started on Friday. I finished it Sunday night.
You need a hobby. What the fuck?
Why?
God.
It's a great show. Doctor Who is one of the best shows.
Whatever.
Speaking of that, we're doing a podcast or some type of video on the Christmas special. I mean, maybe we'll be doing a giveaway. Just hinting that out there.
A giveaway. We've never done that before.
I know. We only got... Well, we just finished one today.
Yeah.
So what else happened on the pilot? How did it end? I don't remember exactly.
Fuck, I don't know.
We did just watch it like a couple days ago.
How did it end? Well, yeah, but I remember how the second one ends, not the first one.
I think it might have ended with him like in his cave with his bow and arrow and shit and putting it all on together finally. But I can't remember. What's funny about that is this is not connected at all. But you know how I just read the Injustice book?
Yeah.
In it, Arrow ends up capturing Harley Quinn and he brings her and ties her up in his cave. And he's like, "This is the Arrow Cave." And she's like, "That's stupid. Why do you call it the Arrow Cave? Wouldn't it be called the Quiver?" Because, like, that's what it's called that holds his arrows. And he's like, "Okay, yeah, that may be better." And she's like, "I get it. Batman has the Bat Cave because bats live in bats, but arrows don't live in anything. They live they're in a quiver." And he's like, "Okay, you can just shut up now, Harley."
That's fine.
But that was like a real funny scene that they like acknowledge that it's kind of stupid and that Arrow's kind of a rip off of Batman.
Yeah.
Can you see similarities between him and Batman in the show right now? Like he's a billionaire, he's vigilante, stuff like that.
Yeah, I see. Especially, I don't remember which Batman it is, but the one with Christian Bale that he's like goes to the club with the 2 girls.
Oh
and
yeah,
jumps
like
in the
he has the
water
double life.
Yeah, I see that a little bit. Like not too bad, but I mean, whatever.
So you want to move on to episode 2 now?
Yeah, sure.
Of Arrow?
I mean, yeah.
We'll
We'll kind of just talk
We'll
about
kind of
both.
mix both. Yeah, I wanted to say there's a little trivia which I thought this might be interesting because I don't remember the guy, but maybe you will.
Okay.
It says the name Hannibal Bates appears in Robert Queen's book of names towards the end of the episode. Hannibal would go on to become a metahuman, the Everyman, on an episode of Flash during its first season. Do you remember? The name Hannibal Bates sounds really familiar, but I don't remember the Everyman. I guess I could Google it.
The Everyman?
Yeah, Everyman. Oh, actually, isn't that the guy that turns into multiple people? On Flash?
It sounds like it.
Let me see. Everyman. I looked up the Everyman the fish.
Wasn't it a chick?
Maybe.
Obviously not if it's Hannibal.
Maybe. Oh yeah, it is. It's totally. It's the guy that he turned into Flash and all that. I didn't realize his name was Hannibal Bates. Oh, so that's kind of a cool little thing. I didn't realize that. That was like really only like interesting trivia I can find because you can do like individual episodes on IMDb.
Yeah.
That's cool. I never noticed that was on there. So episode 2. Tell us the story.
Really?
Yeah.
Or
at least like for the most part, what happened in it.
Well, so there's a new dude that's getting sued, or is he getting sued?
Laurel's trying to take him down. I don't know if getting sued.
Yeah. So because he killed this girl who she's representing dad because he was going to testify.
Yeah, he was gonna. Yeah. So it might be being sued because he was gonna testify against him. Yeah.
And then
he worked with the Triad.
The Chinese triad, right?
Yeah.
So I might even start off in court, but so then I don't know. Basically, the dad, what's he? Just a detective? Is he
Laurel's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not like the chief of police or anything.
He moves around. So I think at the moment he's a detective.
So he puts
he's either a detective or a captain. I know at some
puts a
point
couple guards on all of them.
Yeah, because that's after Oliver attacks the docks where the guy's at. So then because then after he goes and meets him because of the attack, he realizes that he's gonna try to attack his daughter and him and all that.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, he kind of warned him and told him to confess, right?
Yeah, basically.
And then
It was kind of a funny scene because he's saying, "Oh no, nothing happened here," and like someone brings him in the arrow,
yeah,
and they hold it, and he puts it right in the slot in the
which
desk.
he was scared shitless. You think he would have just confessed?
Yeah.
Although I guess he's
If you
scared.
get hung upside down by a guy, he shoots an arrow and it cuts your face a little bit. Are you still
On
gonna
purpose.
Play yeah. Are you gonna play it cool, or would you do what he says?
But I guess he's afraid of the other people too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So then Oliver goes to Laurel's.
You don't like calling him Ollie,
No,
huh?
I hate it. So he goes to Laurel's house and eats ice cream,
Yeah.
which was weird. He's like, I've been wanting to do this, and I thought I should do it with you. And he pulls out some briars.
Yeah, no, it's weird. You walk in my room and say that all the time, and then we just sit in here and eat ice cream and watch Flash.
Turn off the lights.
Yeah.
Let's party, baby. You're fucking disgusting. So, and then they attack her there, which I thought was convenient. You know, she's probably home alone 90% of the time, but they decide to attack her when there's a guy there.
When Arrow and Diggle are there.
Yeah, so then Diggle comes in and shoots up the place, kills everybody, which was kind of cool because you see that he's not just a fucking, like, stand-in guy. That's
Yeah.
he has some, like, ability.
Yeah, he was in the army.
Yeah, so then, like, which we didn't talk about him in the first episode. He was assigned to him.
Oh, yeah, he first got signed him, and Oliver kept ditching him, yeah.
Yeah, so then, so he comes in, shoots a couple people, and then he's about to get taken out, and then he throws a
Arrow throws a knife.
knife and knocks the fucking gun out of her hand.
Yeah,
with a
which is
butter
the
knife.
start of Diggle trying to realizing that he's a little more than just Oliver
Yeah,
Queen.
and he hinted that he was the whole time.
Yeah.
So then, I don't remember what happens after that. I know at some point that he goes back to that guy.
I think,
and then he has to fight the Chinese girl.
We're kind of gonna be jumping around a little bit.
A little bit. Fuck.
But at one point, Arrow, his mom, and I forgot the guy's name. Their new black husband she's got.
Yeah.
The guy who's in charge of Queen Industries at the moment. They tell Oliver basically you're gonna take over the company, and he doesn't want to. So then a couple scenes later, after that, they go to that party. He pretends to be all drunk, but he has that golden shovel that I really want.
Oh yeah.
But he is a speech there.
It was like it was like a groundbreaking thing, right?
Yeah.
No, it was a moment for the dad, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, something like that.
But he pretended to be drunk and like talked to them and shit and said like, "I'm not my dad. Quit. I'll never be the man my dad was. So quit asking me to be."
Right.
And then stumbled off stage.
It's weird that he has so much respect for his dad, but then his dad would have been on the list.
Yeah, but I think it's more because like how he grew up with his dad. Like real nice. His dad was real nice to him, and then his dad is the one that told him that everything's bad and stuff like that. And like his dad killed himself to save his life and stuff like that.
I mean, that's kind of selfish. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, isn't that selfless? Because he killed himself for his son.
Or he put the whole burden on him.
I guess maybe a little.
Depends
yeah.
how you look at it. It was very selfish.
In Earth 2, his dad is the one that's Arrow. They showed that when Flash goes to Earth 2. They show a picture of his dad with like the hood or whatever.
Oh, really?
And they say that Oliver Queen's the one that died in the Gambit or whatever.
Oh.
So that's like a nice little nod to the show.
And then at the end, there's a flashback. He's on that island.
Oh, he's burying his dad. Yeah, well, I guess
first the seagulls
more covering him.
The seagulls are trying to eat his dad, which is pretty
It's
disgusting.
really gross, and he keeps yelling.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you finally get to an island and then seagulls trying to eat your dead dad?
And it wasn't even Jason Segel.
Oh my god, that'd have been more weird.
He's over there going. So, and then an arrow gets shot through his chest.
Yeah.
That looked like that fucking hurt.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And it looked like Green Arrow behind him. What, do you have any speculation on that?
No, what the fuck?
It'd be interesting, huh?
I guess I don't know what that means, and I don't read comics, so I don't know. There was some him behind him that shot him.
I'll tell you that.
I mean, I get the point. Do you have to become Arrow where you get shot in the chest with an arrow?
I've never read about the guy behind him.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But it is cool what happens with all that.
Is it that guy that trains Batman to be Batman?
No, but
Ra's al Ghul?
No, but he does come up in the show in season.
I know, you've talked about him.
3 or 4, maybe.
I've heard you babble about Ra's al Ghul.
I
don't even know who that is.
He's pretty cool. He's actually appeared in one of the episodes of Legends. I don't remember which one. Like one of them in the first season. I like the actor that played him. He's actually a pretty cool guy. And then like his daughters appear in it too. His second daughter is gonna be in the newest season of Arrow coming on now. The one that was not the same actress, but the one that was in the Batman movie is Talia, I think. Do you remember that name from?
Nope.
I think she's the one that was with Bane. if I remember correctly, in the last Dark Knight.
Oh, the one that sucked?
Yeah, the one that was it was a Batman movie, but he's in it like 15 minutes as Batman.
Yeah, that movie sucked. Anyway, yeah, I mean that's pretty much.
Then at the end we got the first appearance of Malcolm Merlin / John Barrowman, which I have a pop figure of, but we didn't get to see his face. But he was the guy in the car with Oliver's mom.
Oh fuck, I wouldn't know that.
But yeah, that's kind of notable. That was also in the trivia too. So we get the first appearance of him.
He was the dude with the book in the car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which he's gonna be in the show a lot.
Okay, I don't know who that is. So.
I really like him. He's one of my favorite characters on the show too. He ends up becoming a guy. He's on Legends of Tomorrow now as one of the villains.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he's pretty cool. What sucks is like after watching the 2 episodes, you can't watch like a next on Arrow.
Oh, they probably have. They don't have it on the Blu-ray.
I mean, you could look it up on YouTube if you wanted, but
YouTube?
on the Blu-ray, you could just go straight into the next episode.
Well, not if you only have like 2 seconds.
Well, the trailer's not like 2 seconds long.
It was an exaggeration.
So when are we gonna watch the next 2 episodes? You think?
I'm thinking like January.
We
15th.
could watch one tonight.
January 15th.
January 15th.
Well, thought it was 2 a month.
No, it's not 2 a month. You know how long it would take you to finish a season? We do 2 a month.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching one tonight. I got shit to do.
You go play Madden. Oh, I'm Nick. Go play Madden.
Yep.
So I got a question for you. Since I can't ask you how long it's been since you watched Arrow anymore.
No, that's bullshit. You don't get to ask me that question anymore because I started watching Arrow.
Why?
I can't. How many shows can I watch at once?
I've seen all these shows. So you.
What's today?
Tuesday?
Fucking Shooter's on. This podcast is over.
Really?
Yeah, it's on at 8:00.
Wow. All right. Well, thanks for listening to the Pleeka Podcast.
Oh, we got
everybody.
an hour. We got an hour.
But I don't think there's anything else we need to say.
And we could say Jerome's gay.
No, we didn't. We didn't mention either that when they first showed him on the island getting rescued, there's a Deathstroke mask on the island with it. Like it's like a little piece of wood, and the Deathstroke mask is on it.
I don't remember that. Do I remember that?
I'm not in your memory, am I?
Barely.
Why would I be in your head?
Because you're fucking.
But that's kind of important too. That'll come back into play later on too, this season and next season.
Yeah, I don't really understand why he went to an island and became Arrow.
Well, you only seen 2 episodes. They're gonna tell you why. All the flashbacks are his origin story. You get an origin story and then a now story.
Oh, so it's like The Godfather 2?
Sure. I've never seen that.
I know, because you're a prick.
I've seen the first Godfather, fucking 5.5 hours long.
Yeah, the second one's better.
How long is the second one?
6.
6 hours?
No, it's not 5.5 hours long,
I
you
don't know,
dildo.
The first 3 hours.
Second
maybe.
one's a little longer than the first one.
Oh, fuck. Is it
it
really better, though?
Yeah, origin story.
How many is there? Is there 3?
3, but the third one sucks. Third one's like the first Star Wars.
What's the third one about? Is it another, like, prequel thing?
No, it's when he's older.
Is it all the same people in all of them?
No, in the second one, Al Pacino continues from where he was in the first one, but Robert De Niro is Marlon Brando's character. So you get to see how he became the Godfather.
Oh.
It's really cool.
Maybe
A lot of it's in Italian, though.
Oh, so I gotta read subtitles or something?
Yeah.
I hate music. I gotta read
But,
subtitles.
I mean, you get the gist of it.
Like, how do they talk? Give me an example. Speak it.
No, I don't speak Italian.
Well, just, like, fledge it.
Pizza.
Pizza's not Italian.
Spaghetti.
You're stupid. Thanks for listening to the Pleeka Podcast, everybody. We'll do 2 episodes of Arrow sometime soon. I can't say when we're gonna do it because I don't know.
It's gonna be hard because I closed Wednesday and Friday.
Well, you can just watch them at work.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But yeah, we'll do them. We'll try to do it again next week. If not, we'll do it like every other week. I don't know. It just kind of depends on our schedule. But thanks for watching the Pleeka Podcast. We'll see you guys next time.
You ever had someone tell you you have a silver tongue? how